So fantastic to meet both of you. How are you guys doing today?
Great. Thank you for
Great.
having us.
Well, thank you for joining in because this movie just completely blew me away. God, lots to talk about, and I'm so excited because I've been able to talk to almost everybody in this cast, which is lovely. This morning I spoke to Anjanou, who I bow down to this woman. She's amazing, and you're all so good. So, Carl, let's start with you because I'm wondering what it was like for you when you got this script. What was your kind of initial reaction to the whole thing?
My initial reaction, it might have, I think I was intrigued and excited. This was a perspective that on documentary filmmaking, on Black trauma and exploitation. I just had never seen or read anything like that. And I thought it was really a really fresh perspective and a necessary conversation. So even though my character has some questionable motives, I thought the larger story is very important, and I think that it was very necessary. So I was excited to throw my hat in the ring for the role.
Oh, for sure. And Niall, how about you? Because, this is a difficult role that you're playing. And for people who haven't seen it, I don't want to give away too much, but it's quite brave, I think, to take this on and represent, unfortunately, a lot of crap that goes on in our real world,
Yeah.
And I was wondering for you, when you took this on, did that in the back of your mind, did it stand out? Did you think about the kind of responsibility a little bit?
Yeah, it did most definitely. It's funny. I feel like the overall responsibility, it really kind of hit me kind of in the long-term effect, I want to say, when I actually saw the finished product. And around that time, just a strange coincidence of how prominent it was, that that film was with what came afterwards, just happening in society and in the world. It was insane, but it was just so unique and fresh. Just like Carl was saying, it was nothing that I had seen before. So it was just, I feel like the fact that it was, kind of, my first time really taking on a role like that, and it just made it that much more intriguing to be involved. And it's a beautiful production, and it's very prominent for these times. So it definitely took some digging and kind of that really understanding that we have a big responsibility, doing roles like this. But it was I wouldn't trade it for anything. It was absolutely blessing.
Well, you were fantastic, and you both get the great opportunity to work with Jason Biggs, of course, in different capacities. Carl, let's start with you because like you said, your character, she wants to work with him. She's a little overzealous. She'll do anything to become his assistant, kind of thing. What was it like, working opposite Jason? And, look, the guy's been in the business for over 25 odd years, whatever. We all know him from American Pie. We all relate to him on a comedic level, but the guy's a really good dramatic actor. So tell me a little bit about, if you first, Cara, about working with him in that way.
It was very natural. It had a really nice flow. I had a feeling that he would be phenomenal in it. I feel like I've heard in this business that comedic actors have a dark side. They can be very serious in life. So when I first heard that he would be playing the role, I thought, ooh, I bet that's going to be interesting. And sure enough, when we got on set, he was just very warm, very kind, extremely professional. He really just set the tone. And I mean, I look up to him as an actor. He's had a great career. And he's a brilliant actor, so I didn't have to act that part of Marley, being inspired by Phil. That was really easy for me. So to just play on that, because I really do admire him as an actor. And he was seeing it all come together when I finally got to see the final cut, a year later, when we got to see the screening. I was blown away. He's really phenomenal.
Yeah. Niall, how about for you? I want to know what your relationship was working with him, and especially, the scenes that you do when you turn the camera around on him, just wow. It was so, I can't forget about some of the things I've seen in this film. It really was very riveting. So tell me a little bit about your relationship working with Jason.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. You know, it's Jason's just such a pleasure to work with. Like he's mad outgoing and he's just easy to work with, to be honest. He always had everyone's spirits lifted, and he just had, you know, great tips and advice to give as well. And it's just super inspiring to watch him, you know, take on a role of that caliber too, because I want to do comedy, you know, later in the future as well.
For
So
sure.
it's, you know, and that scene that you actually mentioned, that was one of my favorite scenes to play, you know, because even with that, there was relativity there, because I definitely would like to be behind the camera at some point too, you know, and make my own films. And yeah, you know, it's when we got to those scenes, you know, the intensity was there, and we were able to sit with it for a second and really play into the rhythm of things. But it was just, you know, it wasn't, I feel like it just wasn't hard, you know, working with Jason, even in those intense dramatic moments. It was, you know, it was just, the pace was there, you know, and it was great, you know, to have him around, and he was cracking jokes in between takes and stuff like that. It's just the rhythm of everything was great, you know.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I can imagine. You both have backgrounds that you both worked on the stage, you know. Nile, of course, you have music background and everything. So you have so many other facets to you. And as I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking, it really felt theatrical, like that I was sitting in a Broadway stage, you know, watching, you know, especially the final scene that unfortunately you're both not in, but it's just, you know, unbelievable. Carra, did you feel at all like your theater background, that, or, you know, that what you've done in the past helped you with this?
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that made me so excited about the story. I knew that Chisa Hutchinson was a really awesome playwright. I knew her from the theater world in New York. So I felt like, you know, this story was in good hands to be told by her. And Lanny is a great supporter of theater, and she, you know, I think that is a testament to who she casts. A lot of theater actors are in the movie. So I think that that background and that experience really heightens the storytelling of the film. But it's definitely one of the main selling points for me for why I was super excited to tell this story.
Yeah, Nile, how about you? Because I was wondering, I mean, obviously you don't act with Ingenue, but did you spend time with her? Like, did you, because she plays your mom, and it would, to me, it's interesting, the dynamic that, you know, like I say, I don't want to give anything away because it's all, you know, but I was wondering if you met her, did you get to talk to her?
I didn't.
Darn, not good.
I haven't met her. I haven't even been able to do, I know, right? I haven't been able to do an interview with her, you know. Hopefully I'll get to meet her soon, just so I can like give her a big hug, you know, and be like,
you both need it after this one.
Yeah, for real, you know. Annabelle too, I didn't get to meet her either.
Yeah.
You know, we were all split up, you know, on different days, unfortunately. But yeah, she's such a presence. Like, the woman is, she's insane. Like, it's crazy. She's just brilliant. So yeah, I definitely hope I get to meet her soon someday. But just to watch her, you know, she's something else.
Yeah, you will. I know you will. Okay, well, just a few minutes left, so I want to lighten up the mood a little bit. But the two of you have other things going on, and Carra, of course, you know, Turner and Hooch. I mean, come on. I remember doing the interviews for the original film, if you can believe how, I know I don't look that old, but I am. And so for you to be able to play on this series, it's, first of all, it's adorable, but to be upstaged by this mastiff, like, do you feel jealous?
I know, right? I do, extremely. No. Yeah, Hooch definitely steals this show. Well, there were 5 Hooches, but they were so sweet. It's so cute, but it's a pleasure to tell something so heartwarming. I think we all need positive stories right now.
Yeah, that's for sure. Now, quickly, for you to work on Power Book, like, wow, with that cast, like a gift from God. Come on.
It's a literal gift from God, and with TV too, especially. You know, in my opinion, you know, experience, it's not all the time I get to work with a predominantly Black cast.
Yes,
too, especially on TV. So that was insane, surreal. I really wish I could go back. They were that whole cast was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you two are going to have a long careers ahead of you. I really want to thank you so much for your time today. You're both so good in this film, and my pleasure to have the opportunity to talk to you this afternoon. Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bonnie.
Okay. Have a good one, and thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you.